Wait. Where I need to read a lot of um I need to read a lot of interrogations. Okay, let's read this, but you'll have to bear with Chidori's voice, okay? Okay. Now it's time for Miss Cabernet's interrogation. Carly and Greg's fear of Cabernet far exceeds your estimates. You can't get much useful information out of them. You're only hoping that the upcoming one-on-one interrogation can lead you to the truth. The familiar feeling of suffocating dread hits you. You feel as if someone has dragged you into the pool again. You're unable to move your hands and feet. All you can do is watch the air escape from your mouth bit by bit before vanishing completely. This is what happened earlier also, right? What a sense of deja vu. Where where am I? You're on my plate. Damn, Miss Cabernet. Step by step, Cabernet closes the distance. All too soon, she's right in front of you. She reaches out her hand. The moment her fingers touch you, you feel your soul being separated from your body. Your limbs go numb with cold, as if drained of life force. Every nerve in your body seems to be shutting down. The only thing you're conscious of is a ticking sensation behind your ear when a soft voice whispers, "Time for me to enjoy the fruits." Man, the chief is having Cabernet nightmares, huh? Bright sunlight streams in through the car window, snapping you out of the trance. You rub your eyes. Was I having a nightmare? PTSD, yeah. I guess if you a part of your soul gets eaten, yes, you'll get PTSD, alright. The screen of your communications device is displaying the message you received an hour ago. Cabernet, a sinner who has the main figure involved in the banquet incident, has been detained. The MBCC is running a test to determine the nature and scale of her power. Furthermore, the prime suspect, Carly, or is it Carly? I think it's Carly. Carly and Greg have been arrested by the FAC. Prime suspects? These two mania-infected individuals turned up at the banquet as a human mermaid chimera and caused mayhem. They were the mermaid in the event. I see. They have been separated from the mermaid. No mania residue has been detected in their bodies. Their M values are normal, but they are still mentally unstable. Hi, Tyrex. Welcome, welcome. They haven't been cooperative with FAC investigators.
Aga,
Oh.
mama.
Thank you so much for the tier 2 sub, Tyrex. I really appreciate it. Thank you, heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for dropping by and dropping the tier 2. Thank you, man. Okay, where were we? They haven't been cooperative with the FAC investigators. Since the chief had contact with them before, the MBCC has been requested to assist in the investigation. By the way, we're currently enjoying Cabernet's interrogation here in Fast and Nowhere. You look out of the window. Judging by the view outside, you're close to the destination now. Carly and Greg are still mentally unstable. You look down at the file in your hand. Results of background checks on Carly and Greg. Carly, a cider, 22 years of age, a servant working for Cabernet, missing for unknown reason. Greg E. Cider, 25 years of age, a junior level chef who once applied to work for Cabernet as a private chef, missing around the same time as Carly for unknown reasons. The two missing person might be a couple, according to other servants working in the Cabernet household. I don't want to live in Cabernet's household. It's scary to work there, I think. Sadly, I can't be here all the time because of work and family matters. It's okay. Don't worry. But thank you for dropping by nonetheless. I really, really appreciate it. Same, right? It's scary. You don't know what's happening in there. One name keeps popping up in the file. Living there is like being put in the storage. I know, right? And if Cabernet decides to play with you, then good luck getting out of that house. Cabernet. A knock on the window interrupts your train of thoughts. Chief, we've arrived at our destination. The clerk assigned to work with you is waiting in the sick room. You're greeted by a scene of chaos when the door of the sick room opens. I know you've been traumatized, but we mean you no harm. Please put down the knife. The clerk and guard stand around, not daring to get any closer. Oh God. No! We have to prove you have no value to her. Say it, Greg. Say it. Say you don't love me. Prove to her yours is tasteless. No. No. Let her have me. That's why I should show my love for you. They talk as if there's no one else in the room. And then the man points the scalpel at his own throat, sending everyone else in the room into a panic. That's what you see when you arrive at the sick room. What is happening right now? Finally! Chief, I've been waiting for you. They've been saying things that make no sense to me. Like, I've got to prove mine is tastier. Say you don't love me, and things like that. All sound like lines from some crazy soap opera. But they look nothing like characters in a soap opera. Talk to them. I have a basic knowledge of your situation. Don't be afraid. Tell me what exactly happened to... No! Damn. They're so traumatized. They shriek before he can finish the sentence. Don't take us away. We don't want to be locked up again. Please leave us alone. Please. Again? Who locked you up? Cabernet? Stop! Don't say her name. She sent you here. You smell like her. Cabernet Frank, she's here? She's not here. She's kept under control by the MBCC. Please, calm down. That's not true. She's always here watching us. She's planning to consume our souls. The name Cabernet seemed to fill them with dread. Don't be afraid. She can't get her hands on you now. Put the shackles on me. I choose to become a sinner enthralled to your power. Use it to keep my appetite for souls in check. A chain of red thorns latches onto her wrist and pierces the skin. So this is basically the continuation of the event, huh? From now on, I'll be forever at your command. Her power is under control now. I won't let her hurt you again. She must obey my commands, which means I can stop her from feeding on souls. The red light emanating from your palm seems to have soothed their fears, even if temporarily. Did you say she obeys you? That's impossible. She's from the Frank family. She's held in high regard by everyone. No one dares to offend her. Any grievance against her is like a tiny pebble thrown into a deep river. No splash can be heard. Exactly. There's no way you have her under your thumb, unless you're wealthier and more influential than the Frank family. If that's the case, can you take us under your wing? We'll be your most obedient servants. What's your name? Tell them your name. I'm the chief of the Minas Bureau of Crisis Control. This is good news, Carly. The chief owns us now. Cabernet isn't a threat to us anymore. Hand in hand, they lunge forward to try to hug you. Before they can get too close, however, the FAC people in the room stop them. Okay, I hope you had a nice dinner. Please calm down. You're not owned by anyone. The FAC got you out of the banquet. You're free now. Please, tell me what Cabernet did to you. I promise I'll try my best to help you. No, we can't escape from her. We tried, but she caught us every time. The two patients move away from you, shaking their heads and mumbling to themselves. Uh-oh. Greg, we're on our own. You've got to prove to her that you don't love me. Then she'll believe that you have no value to her. Don't be silly, Carly. You know I won't be able to prove that. You should be the one who gets away. I drag you into this. Now, they're back in soap opera mode, as the FAC clerk put it. I can fix her, we can't. Well, bulgogi, that sounds delicious. They were like this in my previous dealings with them. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get them to believe that they had escaped the control of Cabernet. They seem to have lost their sense of self. I wonder... The clerk looks up at you, opening and shutting her mouth. What is it? They have been seriously traumatized to the point where they seem to have lost their sense of self. I believe your sinner didn't just lock them up and consume them. She must have done something much more terrible to them. Even more terrible than turning them into a human mermaid chimera at the dinner party. As if to confirm the clerk's suspicion, Carly and Greg dissolves into blood-curdling laughter. The red-haired witch! She's coming! Are you here to feed on my soul again? All right, you can have it. All of it. But please, let Greg go. This is no place for him. Not at all. He hasn't fulfilled his dream of becoming a head chef. You shouldn't say things like that, Carly. Do you remember what the monster likes the most about you? It's the way you stand up for me, like what you're doing right now. I don't want to be a coward hiding behind you anymore. Let me bear the brunt. You must escape. Escape? Where to? No matter where I hide, she'll find me, even if I'm kept in the fish tank as a monster. It's Cabernet Frank. There's no escape from her. Oh, I remember now. We're her ingredients. We can't escape. Carly and Greg pace the room, repeating how it's impossible to escape. You decide not to deal with the file in her hand for the time being. You want to read Lamia's? I want to, actually. But I think after this, I need to order some food and maybe open some lights because it's almost 6 p.m., right? It's about to get dark. Three pineapple pizza. I didn't actually order pineapple pizza, but I did order. What did I order earlier? I think it's peanut and mushroom pizza. Yeah. That's what I ordered. But I think I'm gonna order some food for my parents when they come home so that I don't have to cook anything. Okay, where are we? With them so out of it, there's no chance of getting anything useful out of them. Would you relay this message to the FAC for me? Sure thing. Are you going to? Yes, I'll talk to the source of of their fears. Wait, it's interrogation and my attire is like this. I guess it's fine. I'm not prepared to see Cabernet in a swimsuit, but okay, it's fine, I guess. Yes, ma'am. We're here to interrogate you, ma'am. Casually interrogate a criminal in a swimsuit. Okay. You can still hear the laughter of utter despair in your mind. Yet Cabernet remains detached as you finish recounting your meeting with Carly and Greg. Do you have anything to say about the way they reacted upon hearing your name? You look up at the woman in front of you. To all appearances, she is listening with rapt attention, but you can't help noticing how her eyes are roaming all over you. What are you looking at? I'm looking at you. I savor every expression that runs across your face. She's crazy. I know, right? Why are you acting like it has nothing to do with you? The mere mention of your name filled them with so much dread. Really? Didn't you tell them about our unforgettable encounter? I've allowed you to use the shackles on me. I can't feed on souls when you activate them. There's no reason for them to be afraid of me. Cabernet shrugs, somewhat ruefully. I love the way they behave so bravely for each other. So yummy. It's not just the clout you wielded that they fear, but the way you wielded it. They feared you so much that they threatened to end their own life if the other didn't stop loving them. You did more than just consume their souls, didn't you? Why are you so curious about what I did to them? Are you concerned about them? Or... Damn, so close! She leans closer to you with anticipation. Are you angry with me? I'm the one asking questions, not you. Now, answer my question. What exactly did you... Oh wait, this is Chief. Why am I speaking like Cabernet? I got distracted there. Now answer me with question. Now answer my question. What exactly did you do to them? You're more serious now as the chief of the MVCC than when you were at the dinner party. I like it. When you're serious, though, I also like this face-to-face format of questioning. You want to know what I did to them? Okay, I'll tell you all about it, morsel by morsel. It'll give me a chance to savor each of your reactions. Damn! Cabernet scary! Oh my good lord. Hold on real quick, okay. I know it's still bright outside, that's fine. Oh my. Oh my indeed. Although the communication was interrupted, Cabernet had also explained her past, including her torment, to Carly and Gray. But did she really hold nothing back during the interrogation? The rising mania behind the shackles makes you uneasy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think this is one of my favorite interrogation. I guess the first I think my favorite is actually Kokilik Shalom and then Cabernet so far, okay? From what I've read. Okay, where were we? Where should I begin? I can't serve the main course right away. Let me start you off with an appetizer. How about I tell you about the childhood story of the princess of the Frank family? Appetizer? We're really approaching this like a fine dining. Okay then. Gonna go to Nika and bury my ass to Helm's honkers while squishing Marciana and Blank's body. Enjoy! Kokilik is definitely amazing. I agree. Your childhood story? You're not expecting it to be about an innocent girl living an ordinary life, are you? Sorry to disappoint you, but that's not the case. Every Frank is born with a silver spoon in its mouth. That's inevitable. My childhood was one of luxury and extravagance. She gets into her story. Wait, it is not her. She gets into her story. She sounds as if she's telling someone else's story. Her face expressionless and her voice empty of nostalgia. If evil, why hot? I know, right? Evil characters are so darn hot. Whatever I asked for, I got it on a silver platter. People rushed to indulge my every whim, no matter how unreasonable it was. They do just about anything for a chance to show their faces at my house. Having the entire amusement park to myself for one day, getting the most popular singer to perform in my home. I had only to say the word. Clothes, jewelry, cars, watches, gourmet foods from the distant outlands, even young, beautiful men and women. We can have whatever you want if you're a Frank. Ow! My doggo bit my hand! Hey! What the fuck? I'm reading here. Don't bite anything. Why is it that you don't look happy? Those things are just a mundane aspect of my life. Like breathing and drinking water. Wow, how to be rich. Does working for the MBCC make you happy? You curry favor with this individual or that. You strike deals here and there. Aren't you already bored with this whole business? What you take as mundane aspect of your life is an impossible dream for most people. You've been to Syndicate where you've seen so many people struggling to put food on the table and keep roofs over their heads, sometimes at the cost of their lives. Chief, are you feeling angry on behalf of the less fortunate? Because you think they have been unfairly treated? Cabernet changes the subject, which seems to you an ill-concealed attempt to stir up strong emotions in you. We know each other fairly well, I'd like to think. You must know that's not what I want to talk about today. So please, don't change the subject. Ah, it looks like the appetizer is not to your taste. Let me present the next course. You're gonna love it. It's about how I slowly became a slave to gourmet food. Uh oh. Here it goes. The soup. Oh boy. Each gemstone has a clarity grade, and each article of clothing on sale has a price tag. By and large, the value of a gemstone or an article of clothing is straightforward. However, wait, I accidentally skipped it. However, the same can't be said of food. A delicacy's speedy delivery by Nirvana Logistics from the north is not necessarily more delicious than a bowl of noodle soup from a roadside food cart. It's amazing when you think about it. The fact that something that satisfies one of our basic needs can be transformed into something almost magical, subject to its creator's interpretation of ingredients. It's almost like art. You blurt out the word out. Cabernet is obviously satisfied with your answer. Well, I must say, I made the right decision when I chose to retrieve my lost ingredient. We're on the same wavelength, and I've had this feeling since the banquet. You're right. Food is like art. There isn't one size fit all standard for what makes for good food. That's why they say to each their own. The subject of food seems to have brought back an amusing memory to Cabernet, who is now wearing an enigmatic smile on her face. Are you just talking about food? Yes and no. Damn, it's raining. I'm so sorry, guys. It's raining. She dwells on the memory with obvious pleasure. She swallows, and the interrogation room is so quiet that it's clearly audible. Once you've tasted the richness of goose liver mixed with the sweetness of jam, you'll start to wonder about their combined texture in low temperatures. Once you've tasted the lightness of coffee liqueur, you'll start wondering if it blends in well with a molecular gastronomy dessert. Once you've enjoyed all the tastes the physical world has to offer, you'll start looking for a new taste that is out of this world, so to speak. Oh God, her lips curve in a smile that chills you. A taste out of this world? Are you referring to humans? I'm not interested in cannibalism, if that's what you're implying. I'm not that cruel. What I'm interested in is human souls. Pure and fiery human souls packed with emotions and feelings. Carly and Greg, the selfless way they supported each other and the intense love they felt for each other is just made for me. Ah, I don't know how to put it exactly. All I can say is that it was nothing short of a transcendent feast for all the senses. Her eyes turned dreamy, gleaming with thinly veiled greed. It was intense and complicated. I could feel her love exploding on the tip of my tongue. Feel it breaking down and running through my veins. Their unshakable love mixed with their intense desire to protect each other was a rare delicacy. It would have been a shame to consume it all in one go. Cabernet reaches over and taps her finger on the sheet of paper in front of you, which lists all the evidence you've gathered. You. Wait, this is Cabernet. You must have gone to a lot of trouble to gather this evidence, considering how hard the Frank family guards its secrets. She just needs love, surely. She said she wants something out of this world. That's very difficult to satisfy. Do you know what the basement of the Frank mansion was used for before it was repurposed? I'll give you the answer as a thank you to the MBCC for helping me out once. It was a storage room for my ingredients. Storage room for her quote unquote ingredients, man. Basically a prison inside of her home for her ingredients. Oh god. You don't look surprised. You already guessed the answer? More or less. You contacted the MBCC for help in retrieving your treasures, but you didn't tell us what they really were. Whether you viewed them as ingredients or human beings, you treated them as your personal possessions. And I later learned that Carly and Greg had gone missing. So the fact that you took away their freedom of movement at some point isn't a surprise to me at all. Knowing they were locked up is not enough for you, isn't it? You want to know more about their experiences and find a way to turn them back to normal. Am I right, my good-hearted chief? Now that you know what I'm looking for, why don't you stop wasting our time and show me the main course? Be patient. It takes time to prepare a perfect dish. And by the way, I don't have the cure you're seeking for. Whatever is making them sick. You don't? Like I said earlier, precious souls like theirs deserve to be savored over and over again. Oh, her eyes became red, guys. To create a constant supply of ingredients for the perfect dish, simply keeping them close was not enough. I stoked the fire of their love whenever it burned low. I kept them simmering in a stock of despair. Mom, I'm scared. Man, Greg looked like that before he got turned into a fish. I see. Could you please let her go? You can keep me in her stead. Of course. You two are indeed an extraordinary couple. She told me the exact same thing. Last time you told me Carly still had value to you. What about now? Could you please let her go and keep me instead? Sure thing. Please, let her go. Can you promise me? Can you promise me that this time? I promise. The way she speaks about her victim's suffering gives you the impression that it was all just an elaborate ritual in her eyes. You tricked them. I'm not much of a rule follower, as you must know. The two of you met at the dinner party and got to know each other while trying to put an end to that ridiculous game. Besides, the Frank family didn't get to where it is today by following rules and keeping promises. Too bad that Carly and Greg didn't realize that. Carly. I like that girl a lot. That's why when I found out she was stolen, I used all the connections at my disposal to get her back. Damn, she's the one who got stolen, I see. The way she confronted me about her boyfriend was so cute, so yummy. Reminded me of a fresh, succulent piece of fruit. She was just so delicious when I saw her necked. Vulnerable yet alluring. I couldn't resist the temptation to... Oh! Damn, ma'am! Oh my good lord! Hot damn Cabernet! She looks so darn lewd. I cannot. We can't fix her. She trails off, and in a theatrical gesture, she bites down on her finger gently. And Greg's expression when he saw me feeding on Carly, it was equally irresistible. To save the person they love, they were willing to have their soul extracted and made into food on my plate. They begged, they got their hopes up, they despaired, and the cycle started anew. They were the dish made to perfection for my sole enjoyment. They were innocent, kind, and brave, just like... She stares at your neck, her eyes gleaming with greed. You can feel the arteries pulsing in your neck. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. When you try to save all your companions at the banquet. Nightingale suddenly called. Chief, the FAC clerk has requested help. Something to do with Carly and Greg. She can do me, I don't care. I don't care either. She can eat me. But I'm scared. Not gonna lie, I'm scared of Cabernet. It's a combination of carouse, I guess. Scared and aroused. Greg is asking to see Cabernet. What did you do to them? Oh, I did have a little chat with my recovered treasures near the end of the banquet. What other false promises have you made to them? You got me wrong. I didn't make any promise to them. I did all this for your sake, Chief. What do you mean? She doesn't answer. She only smiles, looking at you playfully. You don't know what's behind that enigmatic smile, but you know that her M value is climbing, and that the hold of the shackles on her is showing signs of instability. How strong is Cabernet? Nightingale, tell the FAC to keep them under control. I'll be there with Cabernet in a minute. Keep them safe. Use force if necessary. Cabernet's smile grows wider as she watches you giving orders. We can take her not in bed. She's actually quite good in BFL. I'm your friend. They're not. So why do you care more about them than me? Towards the end of the banquet, I promised you that I'd never feed on any souls other than yours. You've given me a reward. I will not go back on my promise. Is this your way of saying they won't come to more harm? Alright, Chief. Are you ready for the main course? For what is worth, if you do sense harm coming their way, you can always stop me by drawing strength from your sense of justice and anger. Mom, she's scary, but she's so hot. Mine is still S0. Same, mine is still S0, but she is so good. Damn. Cabernet scary. Mom, I'm scared, but I'm so aroused. With Greg's unconsciousness and Carly's loss of control, the situation is developing in an unpredictable direction. This is the main course that Cabernet has carefully prepared for you. Oh, damn. Hi, Slashy. Welcome. I'll do Union Raid after Cabernet. Yeah, Caramel's game. Yeah. Who bound my arm and legs? Oh, yes. It's those armored soldiers who restrained me. We're almost finished Union Raid. Are we level 10? It's done? Wait. I'll do this after Cabernet. Login kasi. Okay. I'll participate after this. Damn, what happened to Greg? He looks like a monster now. The FAC? Oh, I remember now.
Oh yeah, a new follower.
I'm in a hospital and so is Carly. Oh, thank you for the follow. No, Michi, thank you. When I did, it was level 9 Lahilister. I think I can still manage to Oh yeah. I think I can still manage to get to Ultra before anything else. Welcome. We're reading through Cabernet Interrogation right now, so enjoy. It's not voice, so you have to bear with me with my voice. Where is Cabernet? Why is she not here? Unable to move. It's a familiar feeling. I thought she had got us again. Who's the other girl? She's hot. Damn, random hot NPC in Path of Nowhere. Good lord. Wait, that's Carly. That's Carly. She looks amazing when she's not crazy. What the fuck? Cabernet, what have you done? Quick question. Yeah, sure. What is it? You work late again, huh? What do you want for dinner? I got some ingredients from one of the neighbors. How about I make your favorite dish? Roast stuffed mushrooms. Android or iOS? I'm iOS. And my puppy is... Calm down, puppy. Let me share some news with you first. Good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? The bad news. The manager of the Revere Hotel told me that they didn't need a new cook for the time being. Can't send the one I planned on, I see. Yeah, I'm iOS. No surprise there. Must have been my Syndicate origins again, right? How many... What's this? How many now for this month? 13, 14. I've lost count. Just because Syndicate is plagued with mania and gangsters doesn't mean every Syndicate has a violent streak. I agree. It's alright. We'll keep looking. Earning a living in East Side as Syndicate, I never expected it to be easy, and even if I can't find a job in a high-end restaurant, I can still do what I'm doing now, working part-time for roadside diners. Eastside is so big and so prosperous. I'm sure we'll find our place here sooner or later. You graduated with distinction from this city Blue Ribbon Culinary School. Working in those roadside diners is a huge waste of your talent. We'll find a way to get you a decent job. Check this out. Carly withdraws a piece of paper from her bag, smoothing out its curled corners with care. It's one of the greatest Dojin game I ever played. Uh-oh. But sadly, I can't play it because I'm iOS. Application for employment as Cabernet Frank's private chef? This is good news, right? Frank, isn't this the family you work for? Yeah, I heard about the job opening from the butler. Miss Frank is a picky eater. She has been looking for a cook but with no luck. You're a talented cook. You were one of the top students at this city Blue Ribbon Culinary School. Just give this a go. Have faith in yourself. Cooking for a princess of a wealthy family? This might be more demanding than working in a restaurant. I don't know much about her personality, but I hear she doesn't care about a candidate's origin, as long as the candidate is good at the job. So I guess she's... Oh god, they're walking into a trap, man. A decent person, they said. Oh god. New Nikkei code! Okay, thank you. Ah, wait, I already got that. Thank you, though. Yeah, Cabernet is a hot, decent person. Doubt. Yeah, we got that. Thank you, though. I beg your pardon? The smell of number 787. This, well, let's call it a dish. This dish prepared by this Greg guy tastes interesting. It reminds me of the smell that fills my nose whenever I walk past number 787. I've never tasted anything like this before. Number 787? The garbage processing plant? Girl! She just said that the food smells like trash. What the fuck? It can't be. This is his best dish. Maybe it's because you ate something else early and the taste got mixed up. Please do try it again. Slash and I sharing some good games. Now I envy people who uses Android. He put his heart and soul into this dish. Heart and soul? Sorry, but I don't get that impression from this dish. Or if by heart and soul you mean the smell of number 787, then yes, I do get the impression. Ah, what the fuck? Carly, how dare you throw your employer's plate? I recommended Greg out of the goodness of my heart, and this is how you repaid me? By being rude to your employer? Sorry, I didn't mean it. It's just that this means the world to Greg. Even if you didn't like it, you shouldn't have called it garbage. Enough. You Syndicans are all the same, a bunch of thugs with no self-control. We shouldn't have hired you in the first place. Get out. Your services are no longer needed. She didn't call it garbage though, she did. She said it's the smell of, what was that? Number 787, and that's a place where they sort the trash. Like, bro. She said it in the most polite way. Yeah, well, yeah, that's how you it's a subtle way of expressing that it's trash. Yes. But sadly, Carly get triggered. I apologize for my earlier behavior, Miss Cabernet. But you didn't really try the dish. It's kind of disrespectful to the cook. Carly looks down at the shards on the floor and then up at the dish on the table. Cabernet sampled only the sauce of the dish. The butler is trying to pull Carly away from the table, but she doesn't budge. She's not being entirely reasonable right now. She knows that, but she also knows without a shadow of a doubt that Greg's dish deserves a much better reception. Carly, that's your name, right? It has a nice ring to it. Palatable, just like the way you smell. Palatable? Let her stay. She intrigues me. Damn. And look at what happened to them. Oh God! We're inside a cell now. What a change of scenery. The last game, oh God. Oh God. Well, I envy you guys. At least you can enjoy the game. Sad cheatery noises.
Carly? Why is she here? What happened to her?
What did it do to her? I cherished her. Her soul is a treasure trove of deliciousness. You're crazy! Greg shoves Cabernet out of the way to get to Carly. Cabernet doesn't take offense at this rudeness. I remember you. You're Greg, the cook. Not as good, but good enough.
You don't deserve my food. Stay away from us, you crazy woman. Let Carly go.
You're mistaken. When I said good enough, I didn't mean your food.
What?
You, the love of her life, also have a pure, vibrant soul. The souls of you two are like nothing I've encountered before. Stay. I'll make sure that the two of you live happily and never have to leave each other's side. As long as your souls remain to my taste, I'll always cherish you with all my heart. I won't consume every bit of you all at once and reduce you to empty shells. It's not enough. I want more. I want something even more delicious. Take this. It's your soul. It tastes like desire. I'm scared, Mom. She keeps eating them bit by bit.
Why did that demon give me these soul grapes? I've got it. A soulless me and a greedy you would have no value to her. This is our only way out. This is the only way to free ourselves from those painful memories that never end. Come, Carly, eat this. Eat my soul. This is the ultimate dish I made for you. Eat all the grapes. Don't leave any for Cabernet. We're free. Stop!
The patient's actions after they came to take everyone else in the room by surprise. Wait, what was that? The patient's actions after they came to take everyone else in the room by surprise. The FAC guards move in to stop them and you activate the shackles, but it's too late. Here, it's the first time I'm using QQ. She's actually pretty good with Sparkle. Bro is dead. Bro is dead. Greg got cancer. She got actually turned into a mermaid, and then his soul got eaten. So yeah, he doesn't look great. Yep. Forced by Greg, Carly has consumed his entire extracted soul. Bro, oh my fucking god. Her girlfriend ate his soul. Greg has sacrificed every last bit of himself to free the love of his life. Or so he thought. Mr. Greg, can you hear me? Mr. Greg! Guard, separate them! Protect the chief! Come on! No one expected this would happen. The sick room is in total chaos. Cabernet, who has come to meet Greg, gets out of the way of the moving guards and sits down. We're too late. Cabernet, why is it that you didn't look surprised at all? You knew this would happen, didn't you? I used my powers to help him extract his soul and taught him a trick or two. But I never made him do this. It was his own choice. He did this of his own volition, and he wanted me to see it. He wanted you to see it, or you wanted me to see it? She doesn't contradict you. If anything, she seems eager to hear whatever you have to say next. The last time I met Greg in the sick room, he was desperate to prove he was worthless to you, desperate to be freed from your control. Now he's proved it at your instigation. At the same time, you have lost an ingredient. A gourmet like you would never give up a precious ingredient without a good reason. You encouraged him to feed his soul to Carly and then led me here to witness his unraveling. You did all this on my account. This is the main course. She finishes your sentence, raises her cane, and playfully rests its tip against your chest. Ma'am, what are you doing? Sharp, perceptive, intelligent, honest, kind. Your soul tastes divine. I wish I had met you sooner. I can't begin to tell you how much I love this helpless look on your face. I've been your target all along. Your promise that you would never feed on other people's souls was just a lie. It meant nothing to you. If you did all this just to anger me, to make me more to your taste, then congratulations, you succeeded. You want to consume my soul? Be my guest. You don't drag another innocent person into this. Sounds like you really are angry. But we've just started on the main course. What do you mean? Greg is unconscious. Isn't that enough for you? Of course, it isn't enough. I'm gonna show you something that will make your soul more enticing. She lifts your chin and turns her head in Carly's direction. Here, see for yourself. Souls can be irresistibly delicious. No one knows this better than me. Oh God. How strange. The thing I just ate was in the shape of a bunch of grapes. But it tastes like rose stuffed mushrooms. My favorite dish. It's
delicious. It gave me a familiar, warm feeling. I want more. More! Where can I find more? I haven't had enough. Not enough at all. I want more. Give me more.
I'm scared, Mom. I'm scared.
I'm scared. We got crazy people in here. Crazy, crazy.
The last one. I really love Cabernet. I love how Cabernet is so unhinged. Why is she eating souls? Well, she's tired of all the gourmet foods that she have experienced, that she resorted to eating people's souls instead because she says it's out of this world. We love Cabernet for real, I agree. At that banquet, what Cabernet encountered was perhaps not only the most honorable soul in the shackles that imprisoned desires, but also the only one who understood the emptiness of her desires, both a confidant and an opponent. The feast prepared for you has not yet ended, oh god. Bet she hasn't tried all the Southeast Asian food. I agree. Southeast Asian food is mwah, chef kiss. I love it.
I think all of you became pigs under Cabernet.
We love Cabernet. We love unhinged women in here. Typical sinners here in MBCC.
Too much masochist industry.
Well, that's us. PTN players likes their feelings to get hurt, I guess. Typical PTN ladies, yeah, and typical PTN players.
Stop! Where are you taking him? Don't take him away! He's mine!
I'm still hungry. Carly makes a frantic attempt to stop the medics from carrying Greg away. Uh-oh. Okay.
Enough. There is nothing left of his soul for you to consume. Guards, restrain her, but don't get her hurt. Yes, Chief.
Carly has lost her mind and turned aggressive. The guards move in to restrain her while trying hard not to hurt her in the process.
You're kind, Chief. Through and through. You even find it in yourself to be kind to a glutton. Would you be so kind if it were me? You seem to catch a flicker of uncertainty in her eyes, and then it's gone.
I can fix her. I don't think we can. What did she ask? I got distracted. Would you be so kind if it were me? What would you say, guys? Would we be kind to Cabernet or we don't know? Actually, I'm so bottom for Cabernet, so I think I would. A typical, yeah, would, right? Would. I agree. Same here.
Yes, I would. Your unhesitating reply seems to surprise Cabernet.
My typical cheaper, I know, right? Cheetah bot, yeah, I'm bottom for Cabernet, yes. And this is not your story, yeah. To each their own. Where were we? Wait, where's my OBS? Okay, there it is.
There's a rumor about a soul-eating sinner going around there. Aren't you afraid? What's there to be afraid of? I have put the shackles on you after all. I'll treat you the way I treat other sinners. I'll try to understand your past and I'll respect your choices, but this can't happen again. You can't go around manipulating innocent people again.
Unleash the shackles?
Cabernet stares at the red light emanating from your palm and starts laughing. I thought you'd be less composed when you got angry. Well, I like the way you are now anyway. I'm serious. They had a chance to build a bright future in Eastside. They had a chance to fulfill their dreams together. You took that away from them. You forced them to stay by your side as your personal possessions.
There's an illustration about Chief being bottom and Cabernet on top. I think I've seen that. Yep. I think I retweeted that.
What they wanted might not have been much in your eyes, the princess of the Frank family, but for them, that's all they got. You look to Carly, who is still struggling, her crazed face drained of all animation. You feel a sense of helplessness at the sight of her. No, this is not the right smell. It should be purer, more intense. Where is my food? The guards have surrounded her and are shouting warnings at her. She pays them no heed. She wants one thing and one thing only. Souls, delicious souls, give me delicious souls. Cabernet, the culprit of all this mess, listens to your condemnation of what she did absent-mindedly, like a bystander. I'll do everything in my power to get Carly back to normal. As for you, Cabernet, I'll apply to have you level of detention reassessed. Oh? You don't want to fix me anymore, my good-hearted chief? Carly has lost her mind only because she was forced to consume Greg's soul. There is hope of getting her back to normal if we manage to calm her down and help her remember her dream, the love of her life, things worthier of pursuit. You're different. You want to consume souls. That's your obsession, your only obsession.
I think I need a bath. What happened to you, Caramel?
Even this show you put on today, you did only to make my soul more palatable to you.
Submit evidence. Cabernet food review clipping. What the fuck?
It takes great patience to make great food. Keep your ingredients close at hand. Nurture them. You're more serious now as the chief of the MBCC than when you were at the dinner party. I like it when you're serious, though. And I also like this face-to-face format of questioning. Occasionally providing some stimulant to trigger their change.
Are you telling me she drugged them? Holy shit, ma'am. Not only did she manipulate people's emotions, she drugged them so that it enhances their emotion and thus enhancing their flavor. Oh god, Cabernet.
Could you please let her go? You can keep me in her stead. We are free. Souls, delicious souls, give me delicious souls.
It's called seasoning, man. Cabernet, one scary woman.
Then observe and wait for the day they flourish. Shackles are indeed powerful, my dear chief. But the sinner's power comes from their heart. My heart is filled with a desire for delicious food and souls. I hope that the growth of your power can catch up with the expansion of my desires.
As a Frank, you can have whatever you want, but you want nothing but gourmet foods. I can help Carly, but I can't help you, at least not in the same way. Thank you for showing me your main course. Now, let's end this banquet. I think this is the first time I heard Chief, you're hopeless. I give up. I can't change you. Cabernet doesn't say anything in response. She only looks at you. Her expression is hard to read, but seems to carry a hint of joy. This time, she's looking at your eyes, not your neck. Hi! Hashi! Lol! Welcome! Finally find someone playing Path to Nowhere. I regularly stream Path to Nowhere, don't you worry. We are very rare indeed. I want nothing but gourmet food. Yes! Cabernet is about to say something else when Carly lets out a shriek of delight. Carly, standing only a few steps away, staring at you. She then burst out laughing. Pure, sincere, passionate. Isn't this the noblest soul there is? It's right in front of me. I found it, the ultimate delicacy. Oh God. What happened? When did she get hold of the knife? We didn't notice. She got freakishly strong all of a sudden and broke free. Thank God she is unharmed. Restrain her, quick! And where are the medics? We've got wounded Sinner here. Cabernet? We got saved by Cabernet. Surprise, surprise. Yes. Looking at Cabernet, you remember the poolside where you met her properly for the first time. Her eyes on you are as calm as they were back then, except that there's now a faint metallic smell in the air. Are you hurt? I guess. I've got a hole in my back. Kind of painful to tell you the truth. You don't look the kind, actually. But I want to ask, why? You don't know? I did it because I wanted to protect the most impeccable soul I've ever seen. Well, her motivation is clearly questionable. She saved it as not at the goodness of her heart, but because she still finds us delicious. And she treasures us that way. Man, Miss Frank, this dish was prepared by the most sought-after head chef, the most sought-after 3-star restaurant in all of Eastside. Understand the theme of impeccable souls. Under the theme of impeccable souls as you requested. What's the matter? Is it not to your taste? What I'm looking for is a dish that draws me in even before I taste it. A dish that stirs something deep inside of me the moment I lays eye on it. This is not it. We've tried every renowned chef in this city. None of them was up to your standards. How about I look further afield and get some chefs from Outland? I'm sure they'll open the white sand route for us if you make the request. How are my ingredients? Still unconscious. Your last meal has taken a great toll on them. Is that so? Sorry, Miss Frank, for disappointing you. So, we've just received a batch of new clothes for this season. Would you like to see them? And the construction of the new horse riding arena is complete. You can go down there to kill time. Or, this household is messed up, guys. The butler lifts his eyes and flicks a discreet glance at Cabernet. He catches a glimpse of her eyes, which seem devoid of feelings.
Whatever you want, I can arrange for you. It doesn't matter if it's allowed or not. Anything other than gourmet foods that taste like souls, that is. Anything other than gourmet food that tastes like souls. Is there any? Suddenly her theme song played. You have helped me find the answer, I believe. Yes, I am a bottomless pit. But there's nothing wrong with that, is there? I seek out ingredients, nurture them, and turn them into foods. I pursue them the way others pursue dreams and love. And I won't stop pursuing them. Anger, sadness, heartache, anxiety, confusion. What emotions did Carly and Greg evoke in you? What emotions did I evoke in you? She rests her head against your shoulder, feeble from the stab wound. You put your hand on her back to comfort her. That sheaf is still so nice, damn. You feel something warm and sticky on the back of her exquisite gown. That brings home the fact that she's badly injured. Condemn me, fear me, or even resent me. However you feel about me, there's no denying that you understand me. You feel her warm breath on your neck, but the feeling of dread that you associate with your soul being extracted doesn't come. You hear her swallow as her cold fingers brush against an unruly strand of hair behind your ear. You know she's trying hard to restrain herself from doing the thing she wants to do so much. Chief, I don't need you to save me. The way you do with the others. Nothing brings me more joy than being with my perfect ingredient forever. If you want to help me, then stoke up my insatiable thirst for deciduous souls. See through my hunger and greed like you did today. And then stop me by drawing strength from your sense of justice and anger. So far, Cabernet has kept her promise. Since joining the MBCC, she has never fed on souls, nor has she orchestrated any shenanigans that puts innocent people in harm's way. But she's never given up the idea of nurturing her ingredients. I will. I promise you that. We didn't save her. We didn't change her. We got roped into her schemes. Thank you for the follow. Tai Chi boss, thank you so much. We got roped into her schemes, man. I love sassy women in Path to Nowhere. At the banquet, what Cabernet encountered was perhaps not only the most honorable soul and the shackles that imprison desires, but also the only one who understood the emptiness of her desires. Both a confidant and an opponent, the feast prepared for you has not yet ended. I want part 2 of Cabernet event. Man, actually that's a cliffhanger. Whoa. I love this song. I'm just gonna click some stuff, okay? Before we go to Nikkei. Amazing Cabernet Interrogation. Na 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 na. Can't be fixed, we can't fix her, but that's fine. Na 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 na.